Tell me you don't know your hair history without telling me you don't know your hair history. Greetings and salutations. This is your girl, Outspoken Diva, and let's have a talk about it, shall we? Where I was at the intro of this video was been perfect for me to do both hands, both fingers, no sets of fingers, but oh well, I had to move back to my, where I was. So yeah, so we're back handheld. Um, so what are we talking about? Michelle Obama has a new book out talking about featuring her styles when she was first lady and different stories and stuff. And she was on a book tour, and the host of that book tour was Tracy Ellis Ross, daughter of famed singer um, Diana Ross, and who is also a Tracy is also an actress in her own right, and she has a hair care line for people with textured hair, like so far like mine. Even though y'all know, those of you who don't know, I still wear a relaxer, but this is being talked about in November, and it is no heat November for me. So yeah, okay. But anyways, Michelle was talking about, Mrs. Obama was talking about, the reasons why for the different hairstyles, the bangs and we had, and then it started talking about a black woman's plight on their hair. We wear our hair in certain ways sometimes because of white hair standards, white beauty standards that are. And lo and behold, someone who is loud and wrong posted, a young lady posted about she is wrong, no, disagreeing with Miss Obama, saying that is not, it is, we don't do that because we don't straighten our hair because of white beauty standards anymore. We do it so it can be we can, it's supposed to be able, we're to be able to manage it. I'll post her statement right here. Okay, so just in case I bungled it, but anyways, that's the and so many people have already, like, girl, stop. That's not that. Who didn't, where did you miss Black hair history? Because who even? I mean, what is even the reason for you to learn um easy your hair to be easy to manage? You know, your hair being easy to manage had nothing to do with anything that you thought of. White beauty standards told us that our hair was not easy to manage in its natural state. You know, this is why things like the movie, the documentary movie Good Hair, it did so well and should do so well. Still, is an educational tool about our hair because even though Chris Rock is, he's a comedian, he takes a comedic take about it. Hmm, because somehow or another, the we're, as they say, we're losing recipes because yeah, somehow or another, here's one that is very misguided and does not understand that the source of her thoughts is because something easy to manage has nothing to do with our standards. No, we were taught that. That's why, yeah, we straighten our hair. Yeah, I know I still wear a relaxer because, yeah, I didn't know nothing about how to do my natural hair, and yeah, and also because I wear it short a lot. So yeah, and I know that's because of white beauty standards that taught that to my mother, who taught that to my grandmother, who's taught that to my great grandmother, and so forth, so and so forth. People don't understand, a lot of domestic workers in the 50s, they had to wear their hair a certain way for because their employers did not want to see their natural hair. Okay, this is why in the 70s, when people were they're black and they're proud, and they decided to wear big bushy naturals, they be they're these nappy headed, And this is no in our community, let alone what other community, the community, the white community has said about wearing naturals and all of that kind of stuff. On Living Single, Kyle Barker, who had uh, locks. There was a whole episode in which the other black guy in the office said, he needed more respectable hair if he thought that he was supposed to, if he was gonna go climb higher in the company. When once the he said something to, oh, spoiler alert, to the higher ups, they were like, "What? That's not even a thing." We didn't think about that, but there are companies that do think that. I know a lot of ladies who put the wig on to get the job, and then when they come to work the next, when they the date that they're to start the new job, and they wear their natural hair. Oh, you look different. I remember that, and when I was in college, my at Lamar, one of my project buddies. Her name was Becky, and she was so sweet though. She was a grad student, and I came to one of my friends, D. D had braided my hair into cornrows, and she was like, "Oh my God, you did that overnight?" I was like, "Well, no, I had it done, but yeah, you know." These are things that fascinates them, but also tells them, the braids, it's easier to manage when we're on vacation, and the straight hair look, as in the words of Paul Mooney, when we're nappy, they're unhappy. When we're relaxed, they get to relax. That is a thing. And I'm sorry that she did not know her history on why she feels like her natural hair, and she straightens it. Her natural hair is not easier to manage than her straight hair. I feel sorry for her, and I hope she learns that, yeah, this is why you think this way. This is why I also didn't cover this post. I decided to go on and comb my hair because the most time when y'all see my hair uh tucked under something is because I haven't combed it, because I'm at home and I don't have to comb my hair. So yeah, but I decided to comb my hair. So, y'all can say, okay, I won't just be covering up my hair while I'm talking about someone else. So, yeah, and like I said, it's no heat November. So, you just kind of have to, twirl it up as best as you can. It got a little oil in it. So, y'all see my little grays. But yeah, our hair history has a lot of painful, our beauty standards for black people, black women, has a lot of woven in behaviors and stereotypes and thoughts that are not our own. They are brought to us from other cultures, especially the white Anglo-Saxon one. Okay, so yeah. So while you think that it's easier to manage as a thought of your own, it's not. It was passed down. As I always say, Massa did a number on us. So, you know, So yeah, what are your thoughts about black hair, and what Michelle Obama said, and to Tracy Ellis Ross, and the young lady that I'm talking about here, about her, uh, her being loud and wrong on her take. So and also how do you wear your hair? What's acceptable to you, or do you even care? Okay, I don't care. Like I said, I wear my hair the way I want to wear my hair, but I know why I wear my hair. I'm not deaf. I know that it's because I was taught that because of this, and this. So yeah, yeah, relaxed hair is easier for me to manage, but I only get 3 of them a year, so so yeah. There was a time I got my a relaxer every 6 weeks. We've learned better practices from that. So yeah. Okay. I'm rambling. So yeah. Yeah. Take care of your hair. Okay. and let your hair take care of you. Okay. And other than that, talking to you in adult terms.